Some people peak at 22, get the job, the body, the confidence, all at once, early, easy. And then there's the other kind of person, the one who spent their 20s feeling like everyone else got the manual and they didn't, who watched people their age get promoted, get married, get certain, while they were still figuring out what they even wanted. Here's the part nobody tells that second person. The data on late bloomers isn't a consolation prize. It's a different operating system. And once you understand it, you stop seeing your timeline as delayed. You start seeing it as a different kind of construction. Let's talk about what's actually happening. First, pattern. The identity foreclosure problem. Psychologist James Marcia described how some people lock their identity early. They pick a path at 18 and never revisit it because revisiting feels like failure. The early peakers often did this. They foreclosed, decided who they were before they'd lived enough to know. Late bloomers, by contrast, stayed in what Marcia called identity moratorium longer, that uncomfortable, undefined middle space. It feels like falling behind. It's actually still gathering data on yourself. Second, fluid intelligence versus crystallized intelligence. Raw processing speed, the kind that makes 20-year-olds quick and sharp, peaks early and declines. But crystallized intelligence, pattern recognition, judgment, the ability to read a room or a situation because you've seen it shaped before, that keeps climbing well into your 40s and 50s. The people who get stronger later aren't compensating for lost sharpness. They're trading speed for depth, and depth compounds. Third, and this one stings a little, many late bloomers spent their early years in what psychologists call a high rejection sensitivity loop. Early setbacks, a bad year, a harsh teacher, a public failure, get encoded deeper in people who are more attuned to social feedback, so they retreat, over-prepare, hesitate. From the outside, it looks like slowness. From the inside, it's a nervous system that learned caution before it learned confidence. That caution isn't weakness, it's just confidence with a longer fuse. Fourth, survivorship bias is lying to you. You don't see the 22-year-old prodigies who flamed out at 30 because their story doesn't get told. You only see the ones who kept winning. So your comparison set is rigged from the start. You're measuring your messy middle against someone else's highlight reel. Fifth, and this is the quiet engine underneath all of it, struggle early in life. When it doesn't break you, build something called self-efficacy through mastery experience. Psychologist Bandura found that people who overcame real difficulty develop a deeper, more durable belief in their own competence than people who succeeded easily. Easy wins teach you that you're talented. Hard-won progress teaches you that you can handle anything. One of those beliefs survives a crisis, the other doesn't. None of this means you were lazy or behind or broken. You weren't avoiding growth. You were running a slower, deeper version of it, one that doesn't show results on anyone else's schedule. Here's the reframe. Early bloomers peak and then spend years defending a peak. Late bloomers spend years building a foundation, and then they don't peak. They just keep rising because nothing underneath them is shaky. You were never behind. You were just building something that takes longer to notice and longer to lose. If this gave you a little more patience with your own timeline, you know what to do. Stay a while longer. There's more here for you.